Alright, so we're here in round 4 of the Logitech G Series Tournament. I'm Scaredy Bop, and we have the first game in the matchup between Norcal and Inversion. So starting off here, we get pretty good cross spawns here. So Inversion and Sub-Axis, and Norcal and Atrium. Atrium is a bit of a weaker start for Marines. It's a little better than it has been in previous patches, but still it's a bit rough. It looks like Norcal has done a 3-1-1 breakout, so we have Burner, Blue, and Flip. Looks like they're bypassing all this res. They're going straight for the hive, more or less. Marcus Dingus started in base, but he's going to get a face full of Gorgeous and Dusk here in a second.
Command station under attack.
It's like Raptor forcing a beacon. And Jonah Crab is going to do some damage to this reactor RT. That's the unfortunate part with these cross spawns when you try to put early pressure on the hive. You leave yourself open to get rushed in base and get forced to do a beacon. Just bring all the entire rush back. I don't even think they got into sub-access before they had to beacon there. Looks like Flip, Blue, and Burner and Method, so for those Norcal guys pushing into Data Core. Raptor, Gorgeous, Jonah, and Rantology. Interesting Gorge play by Rantology. She's definitely done a good job of finding positions around these maps that can really just cut off with doing a 9 clog drop and some Hydras. And once again, force a beacon, Gorgeous and Raptor. You know, this is not good for Norcal. If they have to beacon every time they try to get some pressure on the aliens, they're going to be in deep trouble. And so far, Inversion has did a very good job of timing these beacons. They wait till the Marines get far enough away where they can't just run back to protect their base. They should get in there and force the Flamingo here to beacon. It's a good way to keep Marines on the back foot. You know, it costs 10 T-res and pulls all your players back and basically destroys any offensive you ever had. So I expect to see maybe Raptor, and it looks like Dusk gonna try to do another forced beacon here. Looks like they just killed the RT and Comp Lab. And pushing straight to sub-access. We see that Raptor's taking down some damage, so it looks like they're working on the RTs instead. It's the biggest trouble about sub-access hives, that there's just this big open area here that Marines can just stand in the hallway and shoot the hive. Unfortunately, it looks like they got a little confused there, Norcal. They started pushing the hive, gave themselves away, and then fell back into Comp Lab to drop a phase gate here, and unfortunately found the one spot in this area that still had infestation, so delayed that phase gate going up. Didn't force another beacon there. It's a bit surprising, but looks like they got the phase gate up. So Marcus Dingus and Gorgeous going at it. Looks like Marcus Dingus going down there. You can see the players here. Still pretty early. You know, not a lot of actually killing going on. You know, it's almost 4 minutes into the game, but only 2 kills on either side. So a lot of forced beacons, a lot of retreating for both Inversion and Norcal. And here's showing that the problem with this hive location. The Jonah Crab doing an amazing job clearing out Burner and Method before going down to Blue. But that's the problem with this hive right here, is Marines can just stand at the doorway and shoot, and then, you know, any aliens comes in is going to get a face full of bullets. So Dusk goes down there, pretty low health anyway, so it probably only took 1 or 2 bullets to kill him, and got a full spawn here, and these Marines are hurting. Full health likely, but not armor in 2 of them. Doesn't really matter, they can just stand in this doorway and just shoot that hive. It's down to 42%. And here goes Marcus Dingus to back him up. Blue and Burner taking on a few, losing a few there too. Flipping Method going down there. And Raptor, first lurk on the field here. That's probably going to change this battle in Inversion's favor. They have several very good lurk players. Dusk, Raptor, primarily. Looks like both Dust and Raptor have gone Lurk, and that's going to be problematic. Jonah doing some damage before running out of there. Unfortunately for the Marines, they're down on 1 RT this entire match. I think they had 2 in the beginning there, but they're going to have to at least try to get up Comp Lab if they want to have any sort of tech going. I mean, Leap is going, that second hive is done. The Crag hive has been researched, so it's just a matter of time before they get something like Shell or Regen out. And those Lurks are just going to be devastating without, you know, shotguns or weapons ones. I mean, these are very good Lurk players, and they're going to do a lot of damage. Burner down to basically 10 health there. I think is the damage over time. It stops at 10 health for a Marines player. And, you know, when they're not biting you to death, they can just sit from afar and just spike that phase gate down. So it's 74%, so it's not that damaged yet, but they have no welders. Norcal's no welders there to actually repair it. They're going to have trouble doing that. And it looks like Marcus Dingus is trying to get some of these phase gates here. And some drifters around the map, particularly on the eastern side there, pretty drifter heavy. Letting them know where exactly the Marines players are. So probably see Gorgeous doing some damage to this RT once Marcus Dingus retreats there. And unfortunately, keep even down to 4 players, they're having a hard time just keeping the pressure up on sub-axis from Comp Lab. Those Lurks are doing a great job of preventing Marines from pushing in like they were doing. And this hive is back up to 100%. So, Marcus Dingus surprisingly rushing into Data Core. Maybe he can get something going there, but no, Rantology takes him out. Some pressure in sub-axis here. But once again, those Lurks plus some Skulk support, and, you know, there goes Method right down onto Dust Bites. Flip, maybe looks like he's just going to barely survive that one there. Burner coming up. And maybe they'll be able to put some more pressure on there, but, you know, Kara's gone up. That makes it harder. Shotguns are researching for Norcal. So that could be possibly helpful for them, but I think at this point against they've just been down too much res for too long, and I think at this point they might even have to have a beacon here, or some people just run back. Oh, Commander jumps out, takes down Rantology, and Marcus Dingus cleans up Gorgeous, so save that without a beacon. But they're constantly going down, 2, 3 people dead at a time. Not only they don't have enough res to keep that up, but dead players don't get P-res, so they're going to be hurting for resources there. And Gorgeous and Jonah Crab are both getting close to phase. It looks like they've upgraded the shift hive and the second hive there, so expect to see something like Celerity or Adrenaline pretty soon. Maybe... Oh, there's some good play there. Dusk went down. The shotguns are very good against killing Lurks in close corners. The one downside for that little area is you get caught up as a Lurk and you just go down like Dust did. But Aliens and Inversion's got 4 RTs at the moment. They're not really hurting for res. They can afford to lose Lurks and Skulks and even Gorges. Especially since they just took down that phase gate there. And, Norcal is 5 players are dead. They're actually getting spawn locked. They're dying too fast for that one IP to keep up. That second RT just went down in Comp Lab. There's no recycle on this armory, so they're going to lose that money too. I think at this point, Norcal is pretty much done. Just waiting for Gorgeous and Jonah Crab to get enough for phase so they can push in and just end it. Yeah, there goes Blue, and the recycle of that RT maybe save 1, possibly 2 res back from that. But the best they can hope for. Burner going out with Rantology and Reactor. Maybe get the RT down there instead. They got enough to drop 1 RT at the moment. So. But Jonah and Dust just going out. Yep, and there's Gorgeous, the first fade on the field. He's going to go and do some damage now. So pushing into, looks like reactor with Rantology. He doesn't have Blink yet, but he does have Celerity and Kara. And with Shadow Step plus Double Jump, he's using that effectively as. And Blink is about, looks like 2/3 done. So soon to see Blink. And Norcal, this has been the sort of the problem the whole game. They get an RT down, but it doesn't even last long enough to recollect all the res they spent on dropping it. It's really hurt them on the res flow of the game. Looks like Gorgeous retreating. Get some heals up at the hive. Raptor kind of lagging a little bit. Wonder if he has any ping issues. Yeah, he's got a little higher ping, so you can see him warping around the map a little bit that's because of that. Yeah, Intelligent does take down blue there, and Raptor goes, and a nice swooping kill on Flip there. Maybe Marcus Dingus and Burner can try to get... Well, they don't even have enough res for another RT. I'm surprised they haven't run into any of these drifters and tried to kill them. Yeah, there we go. We see the drifter. But Revocore here is doing a good job at microing these drifters to keep them alive. And here's Inversion, dropping the third hive here in flight control. Norcal more or less is just counting the moments till they're dead. So power going down reactor. Power's still up in crevice, but they've actually infested all the way up there. So infesting in reactor too. So maybe Norcal can at least get the reactor RT down. If they can get some resources and maybe get I don't know. Some weapons upgrades up, they might be able to do something here. Actually, they're bypassing reactor total. They're going straight to data core. Oh, a bit of a desperate move here, especially with lurks and fades on the fields. And no, they don't even have armor 1, so they're going to go down to 2 swipes from these fades. And you see there, Jonah Crab is just cleaning them up there. Jonah Crab and Raptor cleaning them up. So you really need at least armor 1. And there goes Norcal. They know they're done. That was pretty much the last-ditch effort to get something going, but you can't. It's just you have to have at least armor 1 to really stand a chance against Fades. So, first matchup goes to Inversion.